Uh, as you guys may or may not know, suicide's been in the headlines a lot. And we could see that it does not skip a single soul, no matter your race, no matter your income, no matter your affiliations. So I wanted to share my own struggles with it, because not every struggle looks the same. I know we see a lot of videos, a lot of commercials and brochures saying, seek help. Seek help. If you need help, call someone. We may have even lost a loved one to suicide, and we wondered, like, why didn't they call me? Why didn't they tell me that they were struggling? In my experience, it's very difficult to reach out to those you love, those you're closest to, especially when you're viewed as the strong one, the one who has it all together. There have been 2 times in my life where I've struggled with suicide. The first time was 2017. That's when I started having anxiety attacks and panic attacks, and I had no idea where these things were coming from. But I just tried to power through it, and honestly, I ended up on my knees in prayer because I felt that it was also spiritual. I felt like it was spiritual warfare. And thanks to an amazing support system, I had someone in that very moment on their knees praying for me, and they didn't give up. And that's part of the reason why I'm still here. I wanted to there was no rationale. There was not one single event that I could actually tie the desire to in my life in 2017. It was just something that started happening. And for a while I was good. After that, I'm thinking, okay, everything's good to go. But then came the pandemic. No deal. I got a job, beautiful house, beautiful spouse, amazing kids. No biggie, right? But no, there was so much pain and hurt and struggle and just, there's so much that was inside of me that I had been suppressing for so long that it actually started to boil over. And I started to see myself as more of a deficit in everyone's life. But I tried to handle it on my own. I tried to keep it away from my spouse. I tried to all I need is the right therapist at the right time, and then I'll handle this. I got it. It's okay. I can do this. I can do this. I kept telling myself that a lot. I can do this. I got it. I got it. I can do this. Not really explicitly saying like I want to kill myself, but just knowing that I'm losing this inner battle that I have going on. I'm losing it. And I was so close to doing it. Mentally, I was done. Emotionally, I was a mess. Physically, I was here, but that was all. I didn't want to be here anymore. And for so long in my life, I had been so strong, and I had been the go-to person for so many other people that I myself didn't know how to reach out and ask for help. So it's cool to see a commercial that says, get help and call this number. It's cool to call the VA and they say, if you're having suicidal thoughts, press this button. It's in theory, it sounds like a nice and fluid system. But when you're strong, and most Black women probably know, I'm not excluding anyone, but I'm Black and I'm speaking from my experience as a Black woman, probably know what it kind of feels like when you got to do it all, when you got to manage it all and you got to maintain it all, and that's it. You don't have help from anyone else, and even if you do, you still got to do most of it. Now, I had an S on my chest for a very long time, and I had done so much on my own for a very long time. So when it came to dealing with this mental health, I'm thinking that I can do it on my own, and that if I reach out to anyone and really let them know what's going on, they're not going to want to do it because it's going to be a bother, right? I didn't value myself enough to even consider that someone else would care enough to help me, to get me to a place where I could accept some help or even ask for help. You can say that it's pride and you can say that it's ego, and it may have been both of those things. But at the end of the day, you could not have convinced me, Sean Terry, the one who has come from a long line of strong Black women, that I need to tell someone that I'm struggling and that I'm barely staying afloat. The only way I was able to get through it is to combine the spiritual and the medical. Meaning I had a psychologist and I had someone covering me in prayer. I had multiple people covering me in prayer, and I myself had to be submissive in prayer. And it was so hard. It was to the point where I was punching walls so that I didn't think about so that I couldn't think about what I was feeling. My hand was swollen. And honestly, when I was no longer working, I didn't even care. It's just like, it's a matter of time. I don't need to be here anyway. The only thing I can say is, but God. The right people came in and pushed me the right way, or rather pulled me the right way, because I had all but given up. So I say to you that are watching this video, if you're going through it, I know it's hard, especially when you've been doing it on your own for so long. I know it's hard, and what you're feeling is valid, and you're not alone, and you are loved. And there are people that you don't even see rooting for you. There are people that are watching you on Facebook. They're just not liking your photos. They're admiring you from a distance. There are so many souls that are rooting for you. I am rooting for you. And all I need you to do is hang on just a little bit longer. Hang on for a little bit longer. And if you know someone who's going through it, if you know someone who's maybe verbalized it before and you don't know what to do, something that would have helped me maybe before it got so bad is to say, hey, I can listen. I can hear you. You want me to come over so we can binge watch some TV shows? Put on something sad and we can cry together. Just try your best to understand that it's difficult to open up. To say that you're struggling with something like this requires a great deal of vulnerability. And as Black men and women, as minorities, and hell, even vulnerable populations, no matter your race, we're not taught that it's okay to be vulnerable. We're not taught to reveal our emotions. We're not taught to open up. We're taught to suck it up. But that's not the way of this world. That's not what God intended. Your emotions are there for a reason. They give you cues on what's going on in your mind and your body. So I know that this may be a lot, but when I started this page and when God gave me OutSpoken, it wasn't just to post pretty pictures and ask cute questions. It was to also discuss the hard topics that we oftentimes find ourselves struggling with. And again, do not feel compelled to like it. Do not feel compelled to add a comment. You don't even have to listen to the whole video, but if you're listening to me now, thank you. But just know at the end of the day, you're loved. You are loved. No matter what your beliefs are, you're loved. No matter what your race, your gender, your sexuality, you are loved, period. And I may not see you face to face or talk to you, but every single one of you who are here on this page, I love you. And my voice is not just for me. My voice is for you. And this space is also for you. So y'all be easy on this beautiful Monday afternoon and know that no matter what, you are loved and you're cared for and you're heard and you're valued and you matter. Y'all keep it easy, man. As easy as it can be. Mask up. Love you.